We're going over here. We're we're going right here to the Friday night D&D. Yeah, it's Friday, September 6th, 2024, and we are on session 78 of Jungles of Chult. And this is the last session that's going to be on schedule because the next time we play Jungles of Chult will be a one shot or two or three. I don't know yet. But last session when we left off, you guys had just finished um, clearing out the heart of Ooptao, and you snatched all the research and stuff that you guys could find, and you dipped. Well, you kind of blocked it off for a little while, and then you dipped.
Hmm.
And that's kind of where we left it off. So I'm assuming when you dipped, you did your word of recall or whatever
Hmm.
back to your.
Yep.
What
Back
about
home.
the Yanti prisoner? Did you give her the Celasta off the thing, or take her with you, or just leave her there?
I don't remember.
Well, no,
You the
I
one
don't.
in the cage, or
Yeah, she's the one that you guys got quite a bit of information from.
I wouldn't.
Well,
Did we let her out of the cage?
I wouldn't kill her offhand. I mean, She was a prisoner of the Red Wizards. You know, enemy of my enemy.
Yes, we let her out.
Yeah, let her out. Said I'll take her back to Port Nanzaro if she wants. I got capacity. Unless she can fly.
This I said, are you guys gonna Celasta her? off
No,
the
there's
off
no
the heart
intention
of
of killing
Ooptow?
her.
No, she does have a few spells.
I mean, if not, we have boots of flying. We can fly
Yeah.
her down and fly back up. So, but if she wants to go to Port Nanzaro, she's welcome to join us. Word of recall can take all of us.
I think she would rather get dropped at the bottom of the heart of Ooptow. Not dropped, but flown down.
Set down. Sure. Whatever floats your boat, man.
Her name was Finthaza. I have a dog in my lap and a heating pad on my left shoulder, so you know what I'm happy about? The radial menu mouse copy paste function of Fantasy Grounds right at the moment.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I still have to reach and hit enter though. I can't hit enter without. There
Just
we go.
click enter.
I was just copying her name for you guys if you wanted to put
Benthaza. Okay.
in there. Robin is in chat, but she hasn't said anything. And
What's up?
what's up?
Hey.
I've been here.
And I think Caesar fell asleep because
No, I'm here.
He said something too. And
Is he
somebody's
under
got
the weather still?
Oh yeah.
somebody's got a Curse of Strahd background. Was that you, Caesar?
Yeah, it was me.
All right, I'm gonna turn Robin's camera off because I don't see your pretty face.
Yeah, I don't have a camera right now.
Where's
I figured
my
I wasn't on stream, so I'd just keep it.
Yeah, you're not. You don't even have a camera.
Correct.
No, I'm talking to Caesar.
Oh, Caesar.
Even if he wanted to be on camera, I guess he.
He can have my spot.
Guess he could just use your link, but we don't need to see his sick ass either.
No, I'm popping cherry cough drops like they're going out of style.
You got the ones with the juice in the middle?
Nah, just generic
those are-
CVS cherry cough drops.
No, you got to try the one with the liquid centers. Those things are the best.
My wife does preschool, and one of the mothers was like, "Oh yeah, sorry, my kid has strep.
There's 160 in this bag.
Thanks for bringing him."
160.
She brought her kid with strep to
No,
daycare?
the brother has strep, but the two kids that are in daycare were coughing. But oh no, they're fine. They're fine.
I would never. That is insane.
Yeah.
What are you looking at, DJ?
Can't see yourself. You're not on stream.
He can't see himself, but he knows he's up there somewhere. If he sees Parker, he's gonna go to nuts. What? Who's the puppy?
There he is.
You're the puppy.
You forgot to fill my bowl.
Are you gonna say hi? Yeah.
Oh.
What? Give me high fives. All right. Low five. Fist bump. So there's a lot of reading material for you guys. Did you see all that? Notes from last session I made.
Is that in the message of the day?
I think it's on the It's in the calendar. Sorry. Yeah. Let me make sure I got them shared with you guys. Some items. I don't remember all what it says because I typed it up 2 weeks ago. But stuff that you guys
Ninja.
found. Information about black ice. She was doing a lot of research on black ice, and then notes like parts of a personal journal that you guys have recovered.
Was there any evidence that she was behind the black ice assault, basically?
Any evidence that she was like addicted to it or anything?
Or behind the whole spread of it?
There's evidence stating that she was not behind it. There's lots of evidence stating that she has done research on it and has developed some some terms might be called a bouncing Betty of black ice that are steel iron crates, lead lined, that you guys have seen and detected magic on several times now.
So those are black ice bombs.
Yeah.
How many of them were on the hill over the city?
15 that you guys saw, I think. And there were some in the heart of Utah too.
Still blow them all up.
That's exactly their purpose, is to be blown up.
Let's do it. Let's go out with a bang.
You need a spelljammer ship, load them all up, ship them off somewhere.
The problem
There is an
is
ocean
Crane.
nearby.
Yeah, let's get all the fish infected with black ice.
bunch of dolphins.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Thought we just send them to Kryn and they can deal
Do
with
we have-
Takissis.
2 bags of holding?
Dump them
Probably.
into the. Yeah,
Dump them into the abyss. It's somebody else's
the
problem.
astral sea.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
astral
Yeah.
sea.
I mean, it wouldn't be our problem if they're there.
Yep.
It doesn't actually stop it from happening though, because somebody could just go get them.
If they know where to go. I mean, it's not like we tell anybody where it is. It's just
We just-
randomly in the void of the astral sea. What are the odds?
Yeah, we just make a little portal,
Oh.
yeet them into some other plane of existence, and call it a day.
So you're assuming that in my world that everything that goes into a blown up portable hole or bag of holding doesn't end up in the same spot in the astral sea junkyard.
That's
Right.
fine. Not our problem.
Well, that would be quite the junkyard if every single thing used the same spot.
Wouldn't it? I
I mean,
mean,
there
it
would
just
be
gets
planets
get-
worth of junk there.
it just gets
Next
bigger and bigger and
campaign.
bigger. That's how the rocket ball the ball was formed, right? That's space astral space junk.
Is there a sign outside that says Sanford?
There's a song.
There's your next campaign, though. Black ice outbreaks in Astral Sea. Adventure is needed desperately.
That's
Perfect
kind of funny.
headline.
That's kind of funny because that's where it came from.
So we're just
Even
sending it
better,
back
we're
home.
just sending it back where it came
Right.
from.
Clean up your own trash. Don't dump
We'll
trash.
build a wall while we're at it.
This isn't the first time that a planet has been seeded with black ice. Let's put it that way.
Make Faerun great again. Let's
Yup.
go.
Isn't it Toril the planet and Faerun the? Which one is the planet? Which one is the
Yeah,
continent?
Toril's the planet, Faerun's the continent,
Yeah, but like
and it
in
actually
reference to America being the country.
Yes, yes, yes. I know.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
It used to be.
Okay, sorry. Make Chult great again. Is that better?
Yes, there you go.
It used to be Abby Terrell. Abba
Mikga.
Terrell.
Abir Trill.
Yeah, Aber Terrell. That's the old.
Berterill.
Fourth edition had some sundering and shit going on.
Cool stuff. Oh,
The
I forgot it's the
separation
internet. We're
and
not
the
allowed to say that.
what
We
it
say it anyways.
say what?
We're not allowed to
Neat.
say that fourth edition had cool stuff in it.
We need other
We're
Why?
still
settings,
You
mostly
can't say that
playing
on the
fourth
internet.
edition.
not just everything Forgotten Realms.
You get banned or something? People like hate you for it? Fourth
People
edition?
hate fourth edition. The internet hates fourth
I
edition.
loved it.
You know,
Don't
I
say
have-
that on
I
I
Reddit.
have
loved it.
news for the internet.
By far my
Fifth
favorite.
edition is still mostly fourth edition.
fourth
Yeah,
edition
You're not
was
wrong.
the greatest until fifth edition came out, and then I switched over slowly. But every edition has been better than the last, in my opinion.
Pretty soon we're gonna have
I
to
don't
learn
know, I like
2024
fourth-
D&D.
Better
like
than fifth. I like fifth, but I liked fourth better.
Yes,
Uh,
I agree.
I like the format of fourth, the way it was presented.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I
I
think
didn't
fourth was
like that I had to
written
buy
really
new
well.
maps. That's what I hated. I'm like, what the wrong is the maps that I have already? And then when fourth
didn't
edition
like
ended, they're like,
They're
oh,
wrong.
we're going back to your other maps. I'm like, what? So I
didn't
bought,
like that
and I had
fourth
this
had a
big
lack of
rubber
third-party
freaking mat of
support.
Faerun that doesn't exist anymore. It's like huge. It's all rolled up. It's like 4x4. This huge rubber mat of Faerun that doesn't exist anymore. I'm like,
There were source books. I'd use Fantasy Ground to play fourth again, man. But they don't have any
I've
of the
got
source
some
books.
Watsy said no.
Source books
Yeah.
for
no.
classic Fantasy Grounds for 4E. It was the first game I ran on Fantasy Grounds, but it wasn't ideal.
I wasn't like worked it up as good as fifth edition is. Are you snoring, DJ?
That wasn't a snore.
It doesn't.
farted.
When he farts, it doesn't usually have much noise. It's just stink.
Silent but deadly.
Yeah. And if it is like,
Silent but violent.
if it is a big one, he doesn't like it, and he jumps and he runs away from his butt. It's kind of funny. Like, what was his supposed to
Dogs
for?
are so gross.
Oh, the minion
I did-
didn't come out?
Jump
Dogs
scare
are
last night. Took the trash out and a freaking possum jumped at me.
dogs are so instinctual too. Like, I never taught him to bark at another dog. You know what I mean? Like, whoop whoop. 40 months. They got a 42 month, a 40 month. All right, so basically what's been going on is you guys know from way back, like third level, fourth level, that you saw spell jamming vessels and the Red Wizards working with whoever is on the spell jamming vessel. So there's a external force off of this planet that is working with the Red Wizards of Thay. And you also know that the Red Wizards of Thay have been collecting Far Realm crystals and using them to power some of their devices, including some of those little scooter things that you guys had. You also know that how badly black ice corrupts. Like a normal person picks up a piece of black ice, and within 24 to 48 hours, they're usually starting or cursed by it, and then depending on their constitution saves, 24, 48, maybe a week, they turn into a zombie. and they have been making bombs of the stuff, and they're also making a ritual, and they are going to be using a item called the Eye of Zoltak as part of the ritual. But you guys know where the Eye of Zoltak is at, because you basically got all but to it and decided that it's pretty safe where it's at. Safer than you guys carrying it in your pocket anyways. But I think eventually you guys know that you probably are going to have to
Retrieve
deal
it
with
or
it, retrieve it, or protect it, or something.
destroy it.
It's an artifact. I mean, it is
Figure out
possible
how
to
to
destroy an
destroy it.
artifact, but at a cost.
Yeah, it's usually very difficult, and there may only be one way to do it.
That's usually some real strange,
Obscure something.
obscure.
You have to throw it in
Method.
lava. That's always works. Just chuck it in lava.
It's always worked for us before.
That's how you
Randomly
destroy
throw stuff.
futuristic.
Only
Fut-
if you throw somebody in with it.
Does anybody know a halfling named Frodo?
What was Spiegel's original name?
Gollum?
Who's?
Gollum.
Gollum's
Smeagol was
original
his
name was
original name.
Smeagol.
Smeagol
Yeah,
was
but-
the original name.
Yeah,
Gollum was the name he
S-
assumed.
Smeagol but he had
Yeah,
like a
Like,
Smeagol.
first
not
name.
even the name he assumed, it's just what other people called him because of the weird
Yeah.
noises he made. And he forgot his name
his
for
throat,
having the
yeah.
ring for like 100 years or whatever.
Gollum. Gollum.
Andy
Isn't that
Serkis said he
crazy?
got the voice from watching his cat cough up hairballs.
Bilbo only had the
He
ring
tried
for
to
like
mimic that.
60 years and didn't even get fully corrupted by it. Black ice corrupts
Well-
you faster than the One Ring.
Yes,
Yeah.
but hobbits were especially resilient. They resisted
Exactly.
the ring in the way that no other race could. That's why it had to be a hobbit to carry the ring to Mordor, because any other race would have succumbed to the power of the ring before getting there.
It's true,
Wasn't
but Smeagol was a
Spiegel
hobbit, too.
Yeah.
Yes,
But he had the
was
ring
a hobbit
for a
adjacent
long
race.
time,
Yeah,
like
he had the
500
ring for
years or
hundreds of
something.
years.
Yeah.
Could all have been solved if they just grabbed the flight on the Eagles and flew over Mordor and chucked it in. 5 minutes, problem solved.
But then
But
Gandalf
no.
wouldn't have been present for the war at Helm's Deep.
Yeah. Oh well.
Plus, eagles are picky about where they fly. They're like,
The
I ain't
entire
flying over there.
nation of Gondor would have been wiped out if it wasn't for Gandalf
Details.
being there. Like, literally, the last men alive on Middle Earth would have all been wiped out if Gandalf chose to help Frodo instead.
You're not supposed to look that far into the story.
Dude, I
It's
love
all
Lord
made
of
up
the
and
Rings.
the points don't matter.
So you also find out from the Yanti prisoner that Ross Nissi is trying to stop the ritual, but according to Valandra's notes, Ross Nissi is trying to stop the ritual by releasing Dendar the Night Serpent, and that really concerns any followers of Oopdao.
That's a big no-no.
Yeah, big no-no. And guess where Dendar the Night Serpent is supposedly trapped? Under Snow's home.
Oh, hell no.
Dun dun dun.
In the Flame Peaks?
Under the Flame Peaks, yeah.
We got to go blow up Snow's home
Well, now.
to stop the Red Wizard.
I don't know about all that.
Well, no, you don't have to blow up her home. You just gotta wait. Just help Ross Nissi. That's what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Now, Ross Nissi is the bad guy from Tomb of Annihilation, right? He's the
Mhm. One of the trickster guns?
Big bad
he's
jackets.
actually the original owner of the Eye of Zoltek. That's what he used to attack Mesro with an undead army. He is the one who made almost all the undead in Chult.
Isn't Zoltek the original owner of the Eye of Zoltek?
No, they ripped his eye out and kept it. So
You see, if I steal your eye, I will refer to it as your eye, but it's mine now.
you would
Right.
call it Eye of Robin?
No, the eye of Sven. If I stole his eye, it'd be
So
That's
the
what
eye of
the
that's what
Sven.
original
Sven's saying.
owner.
They're saying Zoltek was the
Yeah.
original owner. He's like, Zoltek is what made Tom Hanks's character big.
Oh,
Nice.
Zoltar
Yeah.
or something like that.
The
No, he
Zoltar.
said
That's,
the
Was it
machine.
Zoltek?
the Zoltar, I think you're right. But close
Yeah,
enough.
the little machine. Yeah.
What? He's like,
He likes the
Fuck.
warmth. He wants the
He's like
on.
laying his head on my heating pad.
Yeah, he's gonna stay warm. He's no dummy. He's comfy.
It's like I'm holding a baby. 25-pound baby.
That's a good
So-
baby.
Your characters got like downtime, and they also are gonna get 2 levels. So you guys are now gonna be level 17.
Jeez.
So let me give you a long rest to clean you guys up because you're gonna get one. And you guys can level up ×2. You guys are going from baller to way baller. 17. Anybody gotten a character up this high in 5th edition yet? I don't even
I
think
did play one campaign all the way to 20.
I don't even think I've made a character just for fun that goes up that high.
I did play one. He was a 10th level fighter, 10th level sorcerer.
Does 24 advances in Deadlands count as level 20? Because I did do that. 24 advances, I think we did.
That was
Yeah,
a
that would
new
have put
thing
you
with
well
the
into legendary.
feet.
Because
Oh yeah.
I added a feat, and it gave me the option to select which. I added resilient feat, and it gave me the option to select which stat would get the bonus and and it added the proficiencies automatically. They added some automation with feats. I don't remember it doing that before.
Or is it gold? Combat effects gold. No, I wouldn't do that.
No.
Uh,
This is just player's handbook feats. Just drag to the character sheet.
Nice. So, as you guys are leveling your characters and stuff, what are you guys thinking? What are your characters thinking? Like, what do they want to do? Like, there's a lot of little directions that your characters can go off in, including getting the fuck off this planet if you want. You know, because things in Port Nanzaro are getting bad. Like, maybe in a month, that's going to be uninhabitable. The black ice will be so bad. leveling up. It's not the most exciting thing on stream, so.
This is a dumb ability. 17th level of ability. You can. Oh wait, no. You can do it at never. I thought it was you had to do it between a long rest in between. It's 17th level. When an enemy you see dies within 60 feet of you, you can regain hit points equal to the enemy's number of hit dice. And I thought I read that you can do this once per long rest, but it's once per turn. So once per turn is a lot better.
Oh, I get a new spell. Let's go. And a 9th level spell.
So if you kill like a dragon and he's 24 hit die, you get 24 hit points?
Yep.
So if you kill like
It's just free once a turn.
a cobalt, you get a quarter? Is that?
And it's not even. It's well, however many hit dice they have. It's
That's
not their
what I'm saying.
CR.
Oh, hit die. Okay, yeah.
Wish is not on the bard spell list.
Boo.
Is this a joke? I really have these magical secrets on it.
You're not a lore bard?
I am. That's why I said I would have to use magical secrets on it.
You didn't do any character planning when you picked your bar, did you? If you
You
if
just
you
have
wanted
to do it
wish,
once.
I fucking wing it.
Just do it
right?
once, and
You
then
weren't even
wish that it was on the bard list. There you go. Problem solved.
Oh, wish for it to be on the. I get it. I can't even take it because I don't get another magical secret until 18th level. Alright. Power word kill it is.
Thought you could replace ones that already existed. One per level.
Not for the magical secrets.
Well, bard. Let's see what the bard gets for 9th level spells.
Foresight, mass polymorph, power word heal, power word kill, psychic scream, true polymorph.
What the hell is true
Mass
polymorph?
polymorph is pretty cool. True
Yeah,
polymorph, you
but
can change things into objects, and since a corpse is considered an object, you can just change it into the dead version of itself.
I hear you, but all of polymorph everything is annoying to deal with in Fantasy Grounds.
I got 9th level mass heal.
I'll take a power
700 hit
word
points
heal.
of healing within 60 feet.
Yeah, I think you're right, Robin. I think power word kill is the right one for your character. How many hit points do you have? Tell me how many hit points. You got less than 100? Yeah!
That's right.
Are you like, oh, I know he's got like 150 hit points. Somebody blow him up a couple times and then, eh!
I picked up volley. You can use your action to make a ranged attack against any number of creatures within 10 feet of a point you can see within your weapon's range. You must have ammunition for each target.
Nice.
I thought you had that already, something like that.
Well, I have a spell that does that, but that's just something I can just do now.
The spell he has is a cone.
Yeah,
Or
this
like
is,
Yeah.
barrage.
pick somebody and everybody within 10 feet of him gets some.
Like, bards should get weird. I don't understand why they don't get weird.
They're already weird to begin
No,
with.
the spell weird. Time stop. Man, there's so many spells that aren't on the bard list that I think should be on the bard list.
I think there's a lot of spells that are on the wizard list that bards wish they had.
Fair, but
Because if you want to play a wizard that casts lots of cool spells, you can't be a bard.
no, but I'm just saying, like, some of these spells I think they fall in the camp of things that bards are good at.
Like
Illusions
time
and
stop?
stuff like that.
What?
Yeah, time stop.
How's that a bard thing?
I don't know. To me, because like the
Like, hold on a
archetypal
second.
bard either does very supporty, crowd control-y type stuff, or illusion magic, performative things.
Don't forget to
Yeah,
update your cantrips. They do more damage now.
I agree with the idea that they're support and they do a lot of illusions, but not necessarily a time stop. Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't
Time
know.
stop just screams bard to me, but
Does it really?
yeah, like everybody stop! Look what I'm doing, and you literally stop time.
Yeah, but they don't even know you did it. It's not like the movie.
I know. I don't know how to explain it.
It's not like you can like. I guess you could like. Hold on a second. Stage change and like change out the set. Ta-da!
Yeah, do all my costume changes at a
Well,
time
that's how you
stop.
do scene changes, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Time stop,
Exactly.
scene change, boom.
That's
To
kind
me,
of.
time stop is just like so flashy and like performative type thing. I don't know how to explain it. I'm not going to defend myself.
Just cast fireball. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Did you vomit? Did you?
As long as it wasn't DJ vomiting on you.
I dropped the pen cap and I don't know where it went. Oh well. When the dog's chewing on it, I'll find it.
At least it wasn't the whole pin.
True.
You come up with a blue tongue and you have blue on the carpet.
Be like part chow all of a sudden.
I have a 6th level spell slot, and I can't know any spells higher than 3rd level. Upcast that
Upcast?
bitch.
What else
You
can
know
you?
that? Well, I can freely use my ranger spells with my wizard. The spell slots are interchangeable, so I could upcast Cure Light Wounds with that.
Can you can cast from scrolls too, so that you can get like a 6th level spell scroll and not have to worry about it messing up or
Failing,
anything.
yeah. But I'm my total multi-class level. I'm an 11th level caster, but I'm only a 5th level wizard, so I only have 3rd level spells. And
And it,
I might have gotten a higher level of ranger spell from going up in ranger levels.
I got 2 charges back on my wand of lightning bolts.
Well, we're gonna have downtime, so pretty much everything's gonna be fully charged.
Yeah, I was just rolling for the long rest we were
Yeah.
taking now. I got 5 back on my wand of binding that I had only ever used 1 charge of.
I do get 1 new 3rd level ranger spell. Let's have it.
All right, I'm gonna push you. Oh no, you're leveling up. I don't want to throw a map in your face at the moment.
I'm done.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm done.
not just
I'm
you.
done. I'm just looking at
I
his
know,
stuff.
but
Everybody's done.
just letting you know.
Caesar's not done.
Oh, I'm done. I
I'm
didn't get
finished.
anything.
All right, here's the. This
I
is
just
the
had to pick
same map
another
that
spell.
we've had, but this is the Chult map because we need to talk about you and me. Talk about the future of this party and what what your characters would want to do. What direction? That's the
Snow will be
problem at
retiring.
tier 4. How to challenge the characters without making a ton of work for yourself. Because there's not any modules or inspiration out there for tier 4 stuff that much. There's some Adventure League stuff, but who does a good conversion from PDFs to Fantasy Grounds? Not Drake. No.
And they can't do those.
Yeah, they are doing them. There's like
For
on DM's Guild. Sorry, they're on DM's Guild.
there's a handful,
No, there's about
but
40 now.
really, I'm
There's a shit
surprised.
ton. There's actually one of the ones that I was going to run has been converted. A lot of I think they started at the lower levels and started working their way up.
Yeah.
I don't know about 40, but there's at least 20. I think it was somebody over at the college that started converting them. I know somebody told me, but I remembered it that somebody told me. I don't remember the name.
My memory was they weren't being converted because the rules regarding Adventure League conversions were they had to be they couldn't be sold separately. They had to be included with the original PDF. And so it was like you can't make any money off of a conversion because it has to be given away free with the PDF. And so most people weren't going to put in the effort to do the conversions. If that changed, I don't know. But that was my memory why.
Well,
They still
no,
have to be bundled together.
you're right. I'm saying I guess the Adventure League stuff that I'm seeing it was PDFs mostly, and some of the stuff had been converted, but somebody was working on doing some of those that is part of the Adventure League group for Fantasy Grounds.
Cool. I mean, if they are, that's great. I just.
But I don't think
didn't
they're
think they
selling
were.
them or anything. I think they're just doing them.
I think they just have to be, if they're going to be distributed, they have to be bundled with the original PDF. They can't be separate, the way Rob did everything.
Yeah, I bought a couple of the PDFs, and I'm like, oh, I'll just use them as like this, and then I'm like, that's not easy to do. Let me use Fantasy Grounds, but I have a
Yeah, it is a
PDF
lot of
open
work.
over here.
But I've definitely bought PDFs and put the information into Fantasy Grounds just to run it. But it's a lot of work to do that.
Can be.
Until you find out about Control J. And then it's not so bad.
That is help.
I didn't
I
know
had all
about
kinds
it.
of little
Sven's like, Control
macros and
J.
plus
And I'm like,
plus.
Control J.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Strip out PDF characters and all kinds of fun cleanup stuff. Well, Juku's plan, what he would want to focus on, is he's finally got the ability to do things like plane shifting and stuff. So his idea would be to research to see if he can find a place where he thinks they can safely move the black ice, those bombs and stuff to, and then try to go out and plane shift them there to wherever he thinks he can safely store them. Do some research to try and find a place, and then.
What about taking him to like the plane of fire and just destroying him in the lava or something like that?
If that's that's why I say he'd do research, and if that's the conclusion that that would be a good place to, or a good way to dispose of them, then is there a plane of positive energy? Because we know they're negative energy congealed, and you dump them into the plane of positive energy or
You're like,
whatever.
you're like, hey, Mount Celestial. This is a good spot to dump these, isn't it? Right here on the side of the mountain
right,
over here.
right in the middle of your volcano.
So finding
These
out
are
Yeah, the research is to find some place that they can safely be done, like a nuclear storage facility, and
I think the the discovery on that part is that you guys don't know enough about black ice to say that plane shifting it is safe.
that's why you would be doing the research.
Yeah.
That's the
And
intent.
Valandra's research is about making creatures and affecting creatures, but not specifically what happens when you cast certain spells with black ice. And you haven't done enough research on one of these crates yet, other than detect magic on it.
So
And you have no crates currently in your possession, so how is this research going to happen? You going to go back to the heart of Ooptow and get one?
sure,
on
Bring it.
top of this hill outside the city.
teleport, grab one from the hill, grab from wherever.
And
We can
keep
move
in
around a
mind
little easier
that
now.
anytime you're within 5 feet of the crate, you have to make a Constitution saving throw or become cursed.
Right, but I have removed curse as well, so
We can also use a fishing net and just wrap
Yeah.
it around the crate and use Broom of Flying and have it drag behind us through the air.
Yeah, I'm not too concerned about you getting the crate, but opening the crate,
I can also
handling
anti-magic
black
shell
ice.
field it to move them, to suppress any magic, and then move them where necessary, and then leave.
I say we
Okay.
leave them where they're at and go set up our research facility where they're at. I mean, they're
Well, I don't want
still
them to blow up and infect everything. I want them isolated. I mean, I'm thinking mentally, the player is thinking of them as like radioactive dirty bombs. I want to get them
yeah.
out of the vicinity of.
Where do we take them
And
to?
let's assume that you guys have discovered 1% of the ones they've made.
Yeah.
Right? So what good is moving a few, right? So the
To
other
learn.
part of your research,
Basically,
well,
we're
no,
fucked.
getting one to research is great, but trying to collect them all and you don't have no idea where they're all at is kind of a difficult
fucked.
task.
Chult is fucked. There's nothing
Yeah.
we can do.
We've seen the future.
So Eleazar is
We've played in the future.
more interested in getting a ship to go get like a Nautilus or something and to leave the planet.
Snow just wants to go home, make pretty jewelry with her parents before everybody dies.
The thought of leaving the ground permanently makes Smedley ill. I'm a ranger. Space isn't my thing.
But you could be a space ranger.
But
I could.
You could be a
turning
member of the
into
Space
undead
Force.
and populating
Would you like to know
Toril
more?
is all up your speed, though, right?
Are you not doing your part? I'm doing my part.
I'm gonna go home and make jewelry.
I was quoting a movie.
I watched that Starship Troopers.
Yes, Starship Troopers.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part. Would you like to know more?
The infantry made me the man I am today.
Dude, that's such a good movie.
I like
Iconic.
that they kept the politics of the original short story in the
Yes.
movie.
Yes. That's why I really hope this other book series I read gets made into a movie, just like Starship Troopers. It's called Orconomics, and it's about exactly what you think it's about. Orcs and goblins running banks and institutions and funding adventurers, and then their economy crashes. It's great.
Goblins
Killer
ran the
whales.
banks in Harry Potter. It's been done.
Yes,
Yeah.
but Orconomics is better
My
in
mind
every
went
way.
somewhere else. When you said orconomics, I was thinking killer whales running the
That's what I
world.
thought. Killer whales.
That's kind of what hit
Financing.
me first too, like SeaWorld or something.
Goblins in a while.
Oh yeah, the goblins and WoW.
So
Time is money.
Time is money, friend.
Juku's looking to stop this ritual, right? That's kind of what Juku's going after.
Yeah. And ideally by restoring Ubtao so that the stinking night serpent doesn't get returned, you know.
Well,
Ultimately his goal is to restore Ubtao,
Well,
but
I just give
that's
you a hint. Ooptail's not coming back anytime soon. So,
Juku doesn't know that.
however, a powerful 20th level cleric of Ooptao is close.
Yeah.
So, I mean, his name is Juku. He's pretty close to it being a god, the primordial, kind of getting close.
He's trying.
I have an idea, Juku.
Hmm.
We could go in the forest, kill a bunch of animals until I get one more level, and then I can wish Ubtao back into existence.
I thought you couldn't cast Wish.
I said, yeah, we gotta gain one level, so we're gonna go like kill rats and
Grind?
shit.
I don't.
Yeah.
This
Go
Yeah, grind
milestone.
some
animals.
It's milestone. You can't kill
We
just
don't know
random
that.
shit. What do you mean? Your character or your player?
My character doesn't know that. I just
We
know
head off
that the
into
more
the
monsters
jungle.
I fight, the stronger I get.
Oh, I see. So suddenly getting experience points is what your characters know, right?
No, I know that fighting monsters makes me stronger.
Fighting powerful monsters, not a whole bunch of kobolds running around in the woods.
No, we go to an area that's heavily infested. I
Yes.
cast Hallow, and we just let them, when we make a lot of noise, and they all come wandering in because they're dumb, and the undead all die as soon as they enter into the hallowed space, right? Because they're taking 4d10 radiant damage every turn that they're moving inside that space. And we just sit there and collect all the XP from that.
Exactly.
These
Wait, I get
hundreds or thousands of
I,
undead come.
I get 300 XP for casting a 5th level spell. You're fine.
Well, it
He
lasts like
said
all
Port
day, so
Nanzaro was
That's a-
lost.
24
With
hours.
our group, we aren't able to clear out Port Nanzaro of the undead.
If that's something that your characters want to focus on.
I'm inclined to back Juku's plan, whatever Juku's plan is.
Yeah. I mean, if Snow returning home is not an option, she's just gonna
Yeah.
do whatever the group does.
Well,
Honestly,
if we
yeah.
know that part of the plan involves the Peaks of Flame and Snow's homeland, we'd go work on that too.
No, your
Stopping
characters don't know that.
Rasmisi. Yeah, we didn't know that. So
Your character doesn't
But-
know that Dindar the Night Serpent is trapped under the Flame Peaks. But your characters do know that Rasnissi is trying to summon Dindar the Night Serpent, which will stop the ritual.
Because the world would end?
Yes.
Fair.
Worth it.
Then maybe getting a ship and going somewhere else is not so bad of an idea.
yeah, let's
So-
find a way to off-world this.
I think your characters have enough contact and
Let me change
information
my alignment really quick.
to know that the reason that the Red Wizards are trying to organize a planetary size army of undead is to fight a war against the Nyogi.
When we only vaguely know who and what the
Planet-sized
Yogi are.
war.
Right. It's actually a galaxy-sized war. And it's been going on for a long time. I don't think your characters know this, but the Dread Pirate Armada, does that sound familiar, Jingo?
Head by a guy
You've
named
seen
Roberts.
the flag flying on top of a spelljamming ship that is the Jolly Roger of the Dread Pirate Armada. But your character would know what the Dread Pirate Armada is, I would think. And the undead are fighting the Neogi and the Mind Flyers and there's a whole bunch of factions that are. But
It's kind of sounding like there's not much any of us can actually do to affect
Yeah.
the ultimate outcome.
well,
So
you could certainly try to stop the Red Wizards, and you guys have freaking hammered them hard and really slowed them down on forming this army. But what is going to eventually happen is if the Neogi show and there's people here that aren't undead, then they can enslave them and use them to fight against.
So we kill
So-
them and turn them into undead army, or we allow them to be enslaved by Neogi.
Or you get the hell out.
Yeah,
I like
GTFO,
Sven's
find a
character
ship.
wants it.
I'm starting to find
Like-
Eleazar's suggestion
I know, right?
more reasonable at this
it's-
point. It's like,
like-
screw this, man.
We literally have 2, 3 impossible choices. Like,
Yeah.
if there's nothing we can do that will affect the outcome in any way, these people who live here in Chult are fucked no matter what we choose.
That's plane shift, find a ship and go start a new space pirating business or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Get out.
Now,
while the
if
getting's
you're-
good.
If your characters want to spend some time researching different avenues,
Time. Do we have
Then-
time?
yeah, why don't you have time?
Because the world is ending
It's
in
not
like
in.
5 different ways.
Yeah, but you got like 6 months, a
That's right.
year.
The Waterdeep campaign hasn't started yet, so we're good.
Can we just Atlantis the entire island of Chult? and, like,
Actually,
call
the
it a day?
Waterdeep campaign could give you a hint of what you could do. There is a safe
Yeah,
place.
Get off ship, go to Waterdeep,
Yeah.
go hang out in Waterdeep.
Well, it's not just Waterdeep. Well, that's the only thing that your characters knew in Waterdeep was Waterdeep. But
Yeah.
there are other areas that are kind of semi-protected, and you kind of realize that a mythal can protect if it's done right. And there's 2 mythals that your characters in Waterdeep came across: the Tier of Mistra and the Under Mountain mythal.
But our characters in this game don't know that.
Don't know
Right, but if
anything
your
about that.
characters in this game did some research, they could find that out. But their
The only
research
mythal I know of
institute
is the
of their
Mythrandia.
house in Port Nanzaro, there's not a lot of information there.
I thought we lost Port Zero.
Not yet.
Oh.
It's
Is it as
for
at
all
this
I think
current
that's next
rate?
week.
It's lost. It's
At-
it's beyond saving.
At this current rate of infestation and stuff going on, you would estimate that Port Danzaro is going to be just swarming with undead and uncontrolled in about a month, unless you do something to stop it. If that's where your characters want to focus their time on, I'm cool. I can run with that. Or do your characters want to try to stop the ritual? Your characters want to vacate the planet? Go kill Zastam and some more red wizards?
I like that idea.
Well, let's just take out as many undead as we can.
Yeah, just go take out as many red wizards as we can. Just put a hurt on the
Or
whole
do you
nation.
guys want to try to get even further than them? Like, go after who they're working with off planet.
Go chase the Neogi?
The Dread Pirate Armada.
See, if we have a
In
ship,
space.
we can do that.
Yeah.
So we need to take one away from the Red Wizards.
So again, I'll say my purpose is to clear Port Nanzaro and try to find a ship. But I know nothing about where to even start looking, so I would definitely need help. So if it's up to Eleazar, he can't do it, but he can kill undead in Port Nanzaro.
I will help
Yeah.
for a time.
When it comes to killing things, I'm good at that.
So you guys
But
want
if
to?
the future of Chult is looking bleak, Snow will do everything in her power to convince her parents to leave
With
Chult.
Juku doing his studies, he should be able to figure out about the mythal, and we can set up a mythal around Port Nanzaro.
Yeah. We can erect a mythal.
Can we make a mythal?
We sacrifice enough red wizards. Sure, why not?
All you need.
Isn't that how you do it?
You just need a mythal launcher.
Is it too late to
Give me
start
some
worshiping
inspiration. Give me
Mistra?
some inspiration.
Didn't Mistra make the mythals? Who
Can't
made
use it
mythals?
for nothing, but you got it.
Mistra, right?
Say again? Sorry, I was
Yeah.
laughing at Sven.
Who made the original mythals? Mistra and the elves, correct?
Which one? There's like 7.
The first one, or
The first one that is
Mithranor would probably
Myth
be the
Draenor is
first
the.
one.
Oh no, there was one before that, but Myth Draenor is the remember the Sundering, the original one
biggest
was
one.
a mythal too, but
but
that was the most
who
powerful one.
made the object? The
Uh,
elves?
The elves did the second with help from
Mistra.
the. I think it was the elven god,
Orlon?
Illustrious or whatever, Illustrious.
Illustriae?
I think so.
The
Erevan
drow
But there's
deity?
usually a deity involved in a mythal somehow.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So,
You
is there a
just said
temple?
Juku's like a god.
Is there a
Mhm.
temple to Mistra in Port Nyanzaru?
No,
Nyanzaru?
nope.
Who else would be powerful enough to help us?
Like, what do you mean powerful enough to help you?
God, like what god can I convert to their faith right now? Okay,
Uptown.
because I worship Ogma currently.
Well, I just asked for divine intervention and I rolled it.
Wait, I'm just gonna like Ogma would know.
Agma's like the god of knowledge, isn't it?
Yeah, and wisdom and all that
If you
shit.
don't know, nobody would know.
I
That's
mean,
my god as well.
Joaquin is pretty powerful. But, you're asking about people in Port Nanzaro, so that's a path I went off on. Severus isn't unpowerful. That most of the churches in Port Nanzaro have decent gods. I mean, they're gods.
You'd think the gods would have a vested interest in the world not becoming undead. I mean, you're not a god if there's nobody to worship you.
Oh, I think you would definitely get the support of your god as a 17th level cleric. You know what I mean?
There's still like regular people in Port Nyanzaru. Is there, or is it just like all zombies
Right
everywhere?
now, the whole port is on lockdown, and they're trying to collect up all the black ice that people have been, holding and turning into. And the red wizards are passing it out like candy whenever they can.
Are people holed up in like safe places, like infirmaries and taverns and things like that? Like how is the populace uh handling this crisis situation?
In Port Nanzaro, if they could get on a ship and leave, that's their first choice. But if they can't and they can't afford it and they have to stay, then it's like COVID in New York City. Lockdown.
Never mind.
Why did I answer the question wrong?
No, I just was trying to think of something to do.
Um, yeah, if you want to try to like organize um, some way to locate black ice, a wand of black ice detection, I don't know.
Invent it. A sphere of black ice nullification.
That's what I'm saying. It's been 1 day since you discovered all this information, right?
Yeah.
And we're talking about what direction your characters could go in, not necessarily what they are going in. But doing research on black ice, I think, has always been something that your characters could have been doing more.
Yeah, I could spend some time doing that. I am a scholar. I actually am good at research.
But research in your living room is not as good as research, let's say, in the Church of Severus, the Church of Agma, Candle Keep, um, places like that, where you could find more information on research than your
Ah,
than your living room. You know what I mean?
no libraries or repositories like that in Port Nyanzara that
The
we know of.
Yeah, there's the Temple of Severus, I think is
If they will allow us to use their library, I'll use that as a research facility to
Severus is the
look
deity of
into black
wizards,
ice.
fortune tellers, diviner, and those who unfailingly speak the truth regardless of whether listeners want to hear it. Its symbol is the monstrous eye or a crystal ball filled with ice. It's the
I
oldest
could
and
be down with
grandest
him.
buildings in the city, and its great dome resembles an unblinking eye staring skyward. That's probably a good place to do. There's also another um, Joaquin is the god of like gold and yeah, probably
Mercantilism,
not so much of
commerce.
information.
I
What's the
mean, can
other?
Juku get any kind of answers out of Uptao?
Um, what spell is he using?
Divine intervention?
Oh, and yeah, what kind of information did he ask for? Or does Ooptao just like read his mind and tell him what he wants to know?
Yeah, sure. Um, I mean, he's trying to figure all this out. So describe the assistance you seek. What we seek is knowledge about black ice and about um, how we can stop the invasion of or the propagation of black ice and the undead.
Contain the spread.
Yeah, that's
Um,
the ability. So I had a 17 or under, and I rolled a 9. I just don't know. Uptao's been quiet for so long. I know Juku believes in him, but he's not really an active deity here. And so I don't know what level of information Ubtao can provide versus the other gods that the other characters might use for research, Ogma and the others.
and this is what? ability? What level of ability?
It's a cleric ability,
A 10th
divine
level. It's
intervention.
10th level, so
You
it's
you
not
get
weak.
it at 10. No, it's not weak. You get it at 10th level, and then when you get to 20th level, your call for intervention is automatically successful. But it's like once every 7 days is you get to ask for assistance.
And you have to roll a percentile under your level.
Yeah. Which I did.
Once
first
a
time.
week, you get a choice to do that. 52 times a year,
Yeah.
you have a chance to roll under your level on a percentile. So it's pretty rare
No,
when it happens.
you can only do it once a week if it's successful. Otherwise, you try it again every day.
Okay.
You can try every day, but
And
once it's successful, then you got to wait a week.
It's kind of saying that like any cleric spell or cleric domain spell would be appropriate kind of intervention, right? That seems kind of weak. Like
Choose the nature of the
it seems like
intervention.
it's too much of a shortcut.
Unless it's an 8th or 9th level cleric spell.
Clerics don't get great spells at night. I mean, mass heal.
Hold on, I'm
Plane shift,
banning.
because I can already take any of them. None of them are urgent in any way. Gate, earthquake. There's no. Clerics don't get like knowledge spells.
And so he's
Conjure
specifically
celestial. Summon up a solar.
Want information about how to stop the spread of black ice.
Mm-hmm.
And what else did you say? I forgot.
I mean, basically, it's information about black ice itself. Basically, what research can we do to learn about black ice, and what can we do to stop it from spreading and destroying the world? Was where me as the player doesn't really know what questions to ask.
Well,
Wait, yeah.
probably the most expert person that would have those answers would come to Juku, right? Like, who would be able to answer those questions?
Sure. That might be.
Would you think that person would just get like teleported here?
Or it could
Or-
just be Ubtao says, hey, this person knows, so go get the information from them. I'm not, expecting God to just wave his hand and it's all done. If God said, all right, go talk to Bob the carpenter over there, he has your
I
answer.
think there would be two
Sounds
people.
like a quest.
There would be two people on the list. Valandra, Valandra, the one that you have research information about black ice in her book in front of you, or Zastam?
Okay, neither of which is helpful.
Both of which know what black ice do and how it's being spread. And now, there's also a third person, like down on the list below those two people, who is a prisoner in a prison in Icewind Dale. Which Juku doesn't think sounds very interesting. It's cold in Icewind Dale.
It's cold as hell up
What's
there.
the prison in the movie called? The beginning of the.
I know
That's
what you're
the
talking about.
prison.
I don't know the
That's
name.
the prison.
Okay.
That's where.
Got to do a prison breakout.
And he's a member of what's the stupid wizard organization?
The Harples.
No, they're not necessarily good. I'll think of it. Akkar Kessel. is the original name that was the possessor of Cinnabon. She what's
Cinnamon.
the lead
Delicious.
the legacy of the crystal shard, the
Shaban or something like that.
yeah, Krishinabon. I call it Cinnabon.
Nope.
Yeah.
Krishinabon, who is an artifact that got destroyed by Drizzt, some one of those
Drizzt?
Drizzt or Brunner or Regus or one of them did it, and all the crystalline towers that collapsed that
Mhm.
had the necrotic energy is what black ice is. So
Okay.
there maybe research on that particular artifact could bring maybe a way to neutralize the black ice.
All right. I have this. Oh, it won't let me share it. From my background, I have researcher that will basically
Looks like a green turd.
It looks like a green special toy.
It looks like it might have 3 speeds to it. Go ahead, Jingo. We're being a
I'm sorry, Jingo.
gutter ball. Gutter ball. We're talking about chat.
I
Discord
apologize.
chat.
That was rude.
Posting your toys in chat.
oh,
No,
I see.
I was sharing information.
I never imagined it looked like that the whole time I ran the game and read the books.
Well, that's
Like
quite a
the
kid.
flavor text
Third-party
said, it
artist.
looks like a child's toy.
That's quite a kidney stone.
I
Children
think you should
shouldn't be
let
playing with
children
those
be
toys.
playing with this.
What's that
I have a
song?
feature from my
Children we
background called research.
play.
Oh,
Yeah.
researcher.
Yes, when you attempt to learn or recall a piece of lore, if you do not know the information, you often know where and from whom you can obtain it. It comes from a library, scriptorium, university, or sage, or other learned person or creature. What I want to know is where's the best place we can go to do research on black ice?
That guy's library. What was his name?
Sastam?
No. The guy that helped us and let us use this library before.
The
Oh, here
prince
in
where we met the chick.
Yeah, I can't remember
Important
his name.
Anzaro, Merchant Prince
Something.
Wakanga.
Yeah, that guy.
Well,
I feel
let's
like that'd be a
start
good
there.
place to start.
If he'll let us use his library, if he hasn't already.
He's
He's probably
also
dead.
he's also a Harper agent, so
Oh,
that puts
maybe
you
he's
in
not
touch
dead.
with the Harpers. No, he's not dead
Yet.
yet. The Red Wizard's kind of he's
Not
in
dead yet.
hiding, so if you're gonna use his library, you're gonna have to like sneak in.
We can do that.
I mean, you don't necessarily have to sneak in, but the Red Wizards are like looking for him, so he's not home. But you can go break in and use his library.
We'll just leave a note. Sorry if we messed anything up.
Yeah, sorry for breaking the front window. We had a knock spell, but decided not to use it.
Here's 100 GP to fix
Book was already damaged when we got here.
it. And I
Oh.
did not spill the red wine on that carpet up front.
And a Lazar had to use his axe on your table because it was mad.
And sorry about the upstairs bathroom. We tried to flush it twice.
It's probably still overflowing.
And also, I did not leave the dishes in the sink.
And with Eleazar's soldier
long
background,
note.
I can also help organize any resistance that's still within the city. So it's not just our party, anybody else around, any soldiers or any people. I can help clear out Port Nizaro with that as well.
I doubt that there's any place for me to do this, but if I find a way to, I would like to find. I'm sure all the taverns are closed or whatever, but like if there's any chance whatsoever to gather an audience and like do some entertainment to like boost morale or whatever for the people, I would be doing that in the hopes of Ogma showing up to listen to me tell stories.
I think
And
your
then earn
So
some extra cash on the side.
I
Snow's
think
throwing a rave.
I think your location for doing that would be like a USO thing for the troops, like for the guards.
sure,
So
yeah.
like at the
So I'll
barracks
be
or the.
spending evenings, yeah, trying to entertain the people, but my ulterior motive is in like Ogma's lore that he likes to listen to new stories being told, and sometimes he would show up in the audience. So I would be looking for somebody that seems out of place and possibly like a deity in disguise.
All right, so he's going
Uh,
to show
want a
up
chance to talk to him.
if you give me a successful performance check of DC 25.
Oh God.
And I'll be wandering through the crowd,
I
grabbing
will use
people.
my
You Ogma?
inspiration.
You Ogma?
Are you Ogma?
There, you get a lot of Omars, but no Agma. Nice!
Look at
Nice.
that. Wow.
So the guy's like, yes. After you grab him, Sven.
God. I'll try not to fangirl while I talk to him. Um, shit, what was I gonna say to him if he did show up? Hang on, let me think about this for a second.
He's like, you got 10 seconds. 9, 8. No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. You get, just take your time. I'll come back to you. Sven, your character is coordinating like defense of the city. Is that what you kind of want to do? A
Yes,
little
we
bit.
want to clear up Portland's our own, then help with
So
the guards to prevent them from coming in and stuff like that.
initially, the problem in Port Anzaro is um, a lack of communication between the different merchant military units, because Port Anzaro is not doesn't really have a standing military in a whole. The merchant each merchant prince has their band of brothers basically, right? And there's
Right.
not a lot of communication between them all. And if you um, like maybe interview each faction and establish a chain of command, I think that would be beneficial. I need a soldiering role. What would that be? Persuasion? I would call it
Intimidation.
diplomacy, but there's no diplomacy anymore, right?
Intimidation.
Intimidation would work too.
I don't have bonuses in any of those, so it's a straight roll.
I'm just trying to see if you had something that would
I will
work.
use my inspiration.
A 13. I thought you had.
I have insight so I can tell when people are lying to me, but other than that,
I'm looking at your Watcher's Eye ability. That's kind of what you.
yeah, it's more for sussing out criminal activity and mafias and things. Thieves guilds.
All right, so you're, do a couple days talking to the different merchant princes and their guards and stuff, and you've picked a couple of leaders out that you think could organize it a little better, but they don't do a
Delegate.
good job. They don't change anything, right? It just still kind of maintains. It doesn't hurt anything, but it also doesn't help that much. I mean, maybe for the short term, but long term, you don't think they're going to be able to protect the city without some significant changes. Now, I also want to point out that you guys have met, talked to, and know of an extremely powerful person. Not extremely powerful person, but a person that has an extremely powerful artifact that you think could help. But I don't think any of you guys really trusted the guy as Artist Simber. He does have the
Yeah,
Ring
we've
of
got a
Winter.
sending stone with him. Didn't we have a way to talk to him?
Yes, we do.
hmm
Hey, buddy.
What you doing?
Artist Simber's goal right now is to bring Mesro back from wherever it's trapped at, or wherever it went to, because that's where his
What's that
wife
gonna
is at.
solve in the current?
That's a capital B bad idea.
That's where his wife is at. That's what he wants. That's what he's
Yeah.
been trying to do for
Self-motivated,
many years
self-interest.
now, is trying to get to his wife, who is also basically a primordial. Just like Rosnissi, a a Barre.
I just plane gate him to her.
Here you go to this demi plane that I don't know where it's at.
Here, I don't know where it's at. You know where it's at, so.
He doesn't.
Figure it out. Here's some paper. Make a map.
And I don't think he's that set on he cares if Mesro comes back or not. He just wants his wife.
Yeah,
And
that
he's
seems
the
like an
one who talked you
exercise in
out of bringing
futility.
the Eye of Zoltek out of its storage. Because there's several factions that would get their hand on that and use it. The Red Wizards want it, obviously, for some minor little ritual that they're trying to cast. And Rosnissi, it used to be his. He wouldn't mind having it back. Um, Black Ice Research, finding a way to stop the Black Ice. I think the Harpers would probably know the most on that.
And Ogma, the god.
Yeah, but you only had 10 seconds and you failed to ask the question,
No,
so I don't know.
no. I just needed to type up what I was gonna say to him, and
No,
I
I'm
did.
kidding. I'm totally kidding. What are you saying to him?
I say,
Oh, you
Lord
typed it.
Ogma, hi, I'm your biggest fan. Thanks for stopping by to hear my songs and stories. Being the all-powerful, amazing divinity that you are, O great one, Lord of stories and knowledge, giver of the written word, is there any way your holiness could be persuaded to assist us in our cleansing this land of the Black Eyes Plague and ridding the world of these defilers, the Red Wizards, and all the cruelty they've brought upon this land? And then I will literally grovel at his feet.
All right, it's going to take me more than 10 seconds to come up with something.
See? Now you know how it feels. But
All
yeah,
right,
the
so
gist of it is
Ogma
I'm
is the
asking
god
him
of
to help.
Irish and Scotic mythology. Let's do that. Oh, no, that's the wrong Ogma. There's an H in this one.
Let's see. He's one of the oldest deities in Faerun. He taught the earliest people how to write. He loves knowledge. He hates the three death gods, Bane, Merkel, them. I forget all their names. He hates demons. He hates people who squirrel away knowledge and don't share it with the world.
That'd be the Red Wizards, right?
Uh-huh. 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 What was the name of the dead three? Bane, Merkel,
Bang, Ball, and Merkel.
Ball. Thank you. I always forget his name.
Ball with an H. Ball.
And he's like the
Wasn't
most
somebody
famous
replaced
of
with
them all.
Cyric?
Oh yeah, Cyric.
Well, Syric's not one of the dead three, though.
Cyric
was,
tried to
Syracuse.
become one of the dead
Cyric
three or
was
whatever.
a mortal that used the
Usurper.
God Slayer to kill a god and become one. So there's that.
Yeah, wasn't it Merkel?
Yeah. He was trying
yeah,
to
I
take
think it was
Merkel's
Merkel.
place.
Yeah.
Cheater. Use the cheat code item.
Mm-hmm. And
Do we need a
and
10
by
minute?
the way, Lord Ogma,
No,
if you're looking
because
for
we're
an
only going to go
avatar,
for another like 20, 30 minutes. So we'll just push through. Unless somebody's got to go pee or whatever, go do that. But we're not going to take the break because we're only going to go for another half hour. So
if
that's
Ogma is
cool.
looking for an
So-
avatar or somebody to bless, holla at your girl.
So the remaking of Krishinabon, the reanimated, like making the artifact whole again, would draw all the black ice back to it.
Ogma tells me this?
Yes. Doesn't tell you how to do it, but tells you if you can figure out a way to make that happen, then
This is the crystal shard thing in
Mhm.
not in Chult, it's elsewhere, correct?
Krishinabon was
Yeah.
destroyed.
Right, but that happened not in Chult. Wasn't that adventure somewhere else?
Yes, correct.
The Legacy of the Crystal Shard. It was like on the mainland.
Icewind Dale.
Yeah,
it was,
Icewind Dale. Thank you.
It was in outside of 10 Towns. I
That's
think,
like literally
but
not helpful.
Well, that's
Well-
what we need to research: how to restore the artifact.
wasn't your
Is that even possible?
didn't you want to be able to cleanse the land of black ice?
Yeah,
Should
but
we have wish?
you're telling me to do something that's like literally impossible to do. So like what point
It's-
does that serve?
He's like, I could do it.
Oh, will you
Well,
do that?
friggin' do it then.
He's like, you have to perform many more deeds for Agama for me to perform something that
You got
great."
it. I'll take a level in cleric, become a cleric of Magma if I have to.
Doesn't he
Ooh.
realize with no followers he's gonna not have any power?
Well, I've been
He's like-
following Agma this whole time.
He's like,
He's
it's
just
only.
gonna say, screw it, I've got other realms.
He would say it's only temporary. Eventually, people will come back.
I mean, Nyogi will come back.
No, as
Hey, you
soon
guys,
as
don't be
all,
mean to my deity.
as soon as all the undead leave off the planet, then people can come back.
Well, he's the god of knowledge, not the god of being smart and making smart decisions. So
Well, he also, being a god, can wait around 6,000 or 7,000 years for people to come back.
It's just a blink of time in my eye.
Okay, wait.
Right?
So is Ogma saying that if I do a bunch of deeds in his name, that he will fix the Crinchinabon for us?
he will take you to Cinnabon.
Yes,
we'll all
he's
do it.
like,
I'll do it in his name.
I mean, I would ask I understand, like, if Juku wouldn't, because he already worships Ubtao, but, like, I would 100% ask the party to help me go proselytize everybody that we see.
he
Hi,
says,
have you heard of our Lord and Savior, Ogma?
Forcibly convert.
yes,
I am already
he
a
would
worshiper.
require a temple and 1,000 followers.
Got it. I'm
The
on it.
followers have to be alive.
I have
Fine
1,300
follower.
platinum pieces. I will build a temple to Ogma.
So we can get
You get a-
1,000 people into a building, no problem.
I can dedicate a temple.
Oh, that's right. You can. But will your god be mad at you if you do that?
He's not around anyway.
Not
he
if it's
he
an allied
abandoned us
god.
years ago.
Hi, have
Yeah,
you heard
this
of our
is-
Lord and Savior, Ogma?
There is a.
I say to Juku,
Is it?
trying to convert him.
I don't think there's a temple to Agma in Chult, but there might be a shrine.
But I'm saying we
I
have money. We
created
can
one.
fund the building of a new temple.
Yeah.
All we need is 4 walls and a roof, if even 4 walls and a place where people go
You
to
just need a
worship.
roof. You can make it a tent.
Or I can cast the spell, Temple of the Gods.
Yeah, you just need some
There you go.
Third level
followers.
spell.
You know, you just need followers that
Yeah. Yeah,
can,
that's what I'm
like-
saying. I will walk around everywhere proselytizing.
Pay everybody a
Everybody.
gold piece to follow Ogma.
Can't you
We
make
got the
like a
cash.
tiny
We can-
hut?
Nothing
Define
creates
follower.
belief like gold.
'Cause we can
somebody
get
that
1,000 people, no
worships
problem.
the god.
Yeah, they can sit there and pray all day long.
Who can?
One
That's
gold.
what I'm saying. I
Who
don't
can?
think
The
you
people
understand what I'm
that
saying.
that are
These
getting
people
affected
need
by
a
black
savior
ice?
right now. All these people are, as much as I hate to say it, but it is very easy to get people to convert to a religion when they are in dire straits. So I will go
Missionary's
around
target.
preaching Ogma and asking people come to our temple that my buddy Juku is going to help me make a temple to Ogma.
We can make hats, and we'll put a slogan on them and hand it out to everybody.
Exactly. Ogma
Ogma
will
will save
save
you.
these
No.
people.
No, I've got the perfect one. Make Ogma great again.
Yes.
Moga.
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 Moga, Moga.
Moga. Moga. Yeah, so I will spend all of my downtime doing that, proselytizing, getting people to worship Ogma.
And where's this
I will do sermons,
temple
whatever
at?
it takes. Wherever Juku feels like helping me
Wherever
make a
we
temple.
can set it up, wherever there's an open field, I'll cast it. Boom, we got a temple.
You just cast a temple. What is it that you're casting?
7th level, Temple of the Gods. You
Uh-huh.
cause a temple to shimmer into existence on ground you can see. The temple must fit within the space, blah, 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 120 feet on each side. It remains for 24 hours, and then I can recast it every 24 hours. If I cast it in the same spot for a year, it's permanent.
So when you cast it, it's a temple of Uptao.
Dedicated to whatever god, pantheon, or philosophy is represented by the holy symbol used in the casting. So I could take one of Ogma's holy symbols and use that.
Mm.
I would like to point out that we
would
are
you?
not in a monotheistic world. The gods
Yeah.
believe in the existence of other gods, and most people worship more than one.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Ogma's holy symbol is a scroll.
Yeah, but I've
so-
never
Uptao's not a
in
jealous god.
17th level heard Juku say shit about Agma.
But I'm proselytizing. I'm converting people.
I will allow you to change your religion over and then cast it.
Reset to level 1.
Well, no, you just have to
Ogma's right here. You can ask
you-
him right
you-
now if you
you-
could be his cleric.
you have to scrape your maze off of your shell.
Juku's not going to abandon Ubtao, but that doesn't mean he doesn't
And have it be a
acknowledge the
temple to
existence of
Ubtao
Ogma. Yeah, it
and
can be a
Ogma.
temple.
To both.
It's a duel.
It's a
Yes.
it's a dueling banjo.
Well, there's plenty of temples that have. I mean,
Yeah,
you
I
look
mean,
at
it
all of
just-
the
the
Indian
spell says
temples
this-
or whatever. They
It's
have
dedicated to
5,000
whatever
gods.
god represented by the
in
holy
there.
symbol you use in the casting. That's
It's
like,
the
rules
Unitarian
is
Church.
written.
It's got everybody is under there.
It's
And
Mount Olympus.
and
On
who,
Tuesdays we worship Ogma in this temple.
That's right.
it's a
On
Tuesday.
Wednesdays it's Ubtao, and on Thursdays it's
That's what I'm saying. It's the dueling banjo
Just
temple.
don't show
It's
up on
like,
the wrong day.
it's like depends on what day you show up as
Yeah.
who. And this
Men's breakfast on Monday.
what's the cost of the spell?
A holy symbol worth at least 5 gold pieces.
All right. How much is your holy symbol worth, Snow?
I mean, I'll give him mine.
It is not consumed with the spell. So it's just you have to have one that's worth at least 5 gold.
What if, okay, like, I know Drake's gonna say no, but like, Ogma's holy symbols are scrolls and musical instruments. So can I just give Juku a musical instrument? I technically don't
It,
have a holy symbol, but I do worship Ogma. So, like, these things to me represent my worshiping of Ogma.
so any item could be a holy symbol as soon as you call it a holy symbol? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, people carve their own idols and put them around their neck and say,
I
"This is
carved a holy
So
Odin."
symbol
let
in my
me
shell.
let me ask you this question: which item has your character been using as a holy symbol?
I like any
Has
of my
she?
musical instruments. Like when I play music, I that's how I worship Ogma. Does that make sense? I'm not a cleric, so I don't have an item called holy symbol. I'm a bard who worships
Spell
Ogma.
focus.
Right. That does or does not have a holy symbol that she uses when she does this. That's worth more than 5 gold. Is this something that she has?
I mean, I have a lute that's worth 35 gold
Right,
pieces.
but is
I will.
this a holy symbol that she's been using to pray to Agma with?
I
You
mean,
can
You
like what
can't
I
just
don't.
say I'm making up right now and this has always been the way it has been.
All right, then I
You
I
know what I
don't. I
mean?
guess not. No.
Who
we
does
can
anybody
have
have
it
the
made.
creation spell?
We can just have someone make and
Yeah.
craft a holy symbol to Ogma and give
Absolutely, you
them.
can. That's what
Make
I'm
it out of
saying.
platinum.
But I'm not going to allow you to go, oh, we need a holy symbol. I've conveniently been using this as a holy symbol this whole time.
No, I mean, I guess
That's what I'm
my
saying.
what I'm saying is I'm willing to give up something a lot more personal than just going to a shop or just having a holy symbol crafted. I feel like that's the faster way around it. I'm willing to give up something literally personal to my character who does worship Ogma. I will use my lute in the casting of this spell.
And that's what I'm saying. A personal item from you isn't holy enough for Juku to use as a holy symbol.
Fair.
So he needs to go and have a holy symbol and it blessed or whatever and stuff, and then he can use it, which is fine, and he can give it back or whatever. But yeah, you guys can make a temple. Now you got to somehow convince 1,000 followers to come there.
That's what the concerts are for, right? Come to the concert and you get baptized
Uh-huh.
and you're now a follower.
So let me clarify what's happening here. Is the next time we game, I'm going to be putting together some kind of storyline where you guys are trying to gather 1,000 followers to have the crystal shard remade to gather up all the black ice. Does it sound about like the basic plan? And
That's
the
what
whole
Snow would
party
be
I
working
like I
on.
like it.
and the whole party is doing this?
I could probably try to help gather people to convert for her with
Well,
the
Juku can do the
ear to the ground.
temple. Yeah. While he's
Well,
doing
the
his
I think a harder
research
part
and
is
stuff.
to get 1,000 followers
Only if you make it hard.
in Port Anzaro during a black ice, invasion and plague that's going
Infestation.
on, and everything's on lockdown, and you're trying to get 1,000 people to come to this temple, and the guards aren't letting people out of their house. People are trying to leave. You know what I mean?
You would be
That's the hard part.
surprised how easy it is to get people to
Not at
turn to religion during a crisis.
not at 17th level to create an artifact to save the world. It's going to be hard. Trust me, when I make it up, it's going to be difficult. I'm not
Bring it
just going to
on.
go, hey, next session is a one shot and you guys did it. All right, game over. I'm going to put some people to stop you. Probably a bunch of red wizards.
Bring it on.
Or enemies of Agba, like Bane, Merkel, and Ball.
Let's have a ball.
You know what I'm doing? That's what I'm
All's
saying.
dead anyways.
We're coming up with a direction for the party. So if that's the direction that your characters want to go in, I'll run with it. And I got to put together ideas and stuff like that. But to cast
I
the
was just
temple
throwing out
spell
an idea,
and
which I
to
regret already
I'm
anyways.
I'm this isn't a bad idea. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just clarifying and trying to get the other players to think how their characters can help as well. So I'm not dishing on it at all. So don't think that at all. But casting the temple
I
spell, easy enough to do. Gathering 1,000 followers, a lot more difficult.
Well, here's how Brandon, the newest member, can try to help gather followers is using his skills with the ear to the ground, your frequent contact with people in the segment of society that your chosen quarries move through. These people might be associated with criminal underworld, the rough and tumble folk of the street, or members of high society. So, trying to help, these people that are against the Red Wizards, you know, getting them to um, join the Ogma uprising or whatever it is.
Come join the Agma. We can free the
Yeah,
city.
spreading the word, man. Spreading the word.
Free the city. Free the world.
Knowledge
Just
will
come
set
into
you
the
free.
temple
That's
that
right.
holds how many people?
Moga.
How big is the
Moga.
temple?
120 feet on a side.
That's pretty big,
120
isn't
feet
it?
by 120 feet. Yeah.
That's
We're
like
gonna start
maximum occupancy 1,000.
that's
We're gonna
like
start a
it's like
Moga.
100 pews that hold 10 people, right? That's perfect. That's perfect.
Perfect. Stack them 2 deep, 3 deep.
Mo.
A
Sorry,
Moga
Caesar.
grassroots effort.
Yes.
So you got like a sandwich board and you got a bell and you're out ringing it around. Please come to ding
Mhm.
ding ding ding. Is that what your character's doing?
Ogma will save
Save
you.
your world.
Ogma will save you.
The end is near.
The end
Ogma.
is near. Ogma will save you. Worship is
job.
on Wednesday
And this
at
is
6
like
p.m.
a sparkly new,
pamphlets.
brand new, glowy church to Agma that has a maze on the side of it. Yeah,
It must
every
look
time
like
you come
so
in the
beautiful compared to everything else.
when you come in the front door, it's like 2 books open, like Agma, the 2 books open, and then there's like at the movie theater the little rope that you have to go through the whole thing to get to the inside. Because
There's
it's
a
like a
maze
maze.
to get into the chapel.
It's because it's the both gods.
It's a new
It does
fusion
say
religion.
the caster of the spell makes all decisions about the temple's appearance. The interior is enclosed by a floor, walls, and roof, with one door granting access to the interior and as many windows as you wish. The interior is an open space with an altar at one end. You decide whether the temple is illuminated. Here, I'll put it to chat. But I mean, you can make it big and airy and nice and
Darren's Instant Temple.
yeah.
It extends into the ethereal plane?
Yeah. It's a 7th level spell.
Maybe
Can't
we
be
can get
so-
some of them to follow too.
Ah, disintegrate spell destroys the temple instantly.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, but
Only a few of the red wizards had disintegrate. Not all of them. Like the higher level ones. But I don't know who's coming. Who's coming? We don't know who's coming yet. All right. So what about Eleazar? How would he help in this situation with them doing the temple and stuff?
Mostly security. Make sure that the area that we're going to be using has been cleared of any black ice and any black ice undead, and then just work my way out from that point and make sure that the egress where all our people are coming from is cleared, so it's safe for them to come. Provide security for the groups that are coming, pilgrims. Day of, I'll have a snack, a little lemonade stand set up there.
starting
Sell
the
lemonade.
potluck.
Selling deer candy. Oh wait, wrong character.
I'll have the t-shirt stand,
The t-shirt stand. Moga.
Make some extra-
Moga.
gold on the side.
Red hats.
I'm also going to shoot Snow with a crossbow when she gets up to speak.
All right, since you guys are like monkeying
Cutting words.
around with black ice and hanging around it, let's see if anybody saves
on
a
a roll
piece or
tonight.
two.
I'm
Saves a
gonna use my
piece or
Guys.
two
inspiration.
without telling anybody.
I'm going to use my
Wait.
inspiration.
A Constitution. That's a check or a save? You pushed a check.
Let me
That's very different. I was
Constitution.
gonna say I've got a +10 to my save. Only a +1 on
Sorry,
my
let me
check.
push that again. There
Can I
you go.
keep my roll? I rolled a 20.
Yeah, I'm going to use my.
You can roll a
inspiration.
20 again. That would be fine.
Boom. Nice.
I'm good. I rolled a 19.
See?
Woo, I rolled a 20.
There you go.
All right, so nobody
Just on
got
my 20.
cursed. Wait, why is there only 3 rolls?
Eleazar didn't roll.
I needed that inspiration. I dropped a 3.
Want me just to roll it?
Did I not have you Oh, I didn't have you. Oh, I had to take you out of the Yeah, just roll it, please. I took you out of the combat tracker and I forgot to reselect you. Sorry. Nice. All right, so you guys handling the black ice. Who do we have somebody that's trained in Arcana?
We do.
So is it just one of you, or we got multiples?
I
I have
don't know of
half
anybody else.
proficiency in Arcana.
So you
I
got a
am
little bit.
very,
I
very
thought
good at
Juku was
Arcana.
trained in Arcana. No,
No. He's religion, medicine,
I thought he had an Arcana though. Okay.
insight. Nope.
So Smedley, give me an Arcana check with advantage since a half of advantage since Snow's helping you. I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
Do you
I
want it
I
in the
dabble.
tower?
Round up. What's that?
Do you want it in the tower?
No, I
Here,
want
take
you to
my-
see how
take my
poorly you do.
advantage.
Add a
Take
d12
my
to it.
inspiration.
I will give you Bardic Inspiration.
Yeah, we're getting out of here soon, so.
Burn them all.
Guidance.
Oh yeah. Well,
A 24. Yeah, too bad. You need a 25.
You can
Guidance
add a
would've worked.
d12 Bardic Inspiration.
I'm kidding. Kidding. There you go.
add 7 more. 31.
31. Is there anything that difficult? All right, so these crates that you find the metal crates, you take one apart and successfully break it down into its components. And inside each of these crates is also a far realm crystal. So you think that somehow they are going to
Remote
maybe,
detonator or something.
yeah, the ritual is going to set these off, and they're not going to be here, you don't think? And it also is somehow energizing the black ice with far, what's it that it gives it, far realm
Far
energy?
realm?
You
Yeah.
know, the energy, it's called something, but you think when it detonates it's going to charge this black ice, because black ice holds a charge, and right now this black ice is maximized charged with necrotic energy. And this far realm crystal detonation is gonna turn it into basically a nuclear explosion of necrotic energy that turns everybody into black ice zombies. That's in the area of effect. No save.
So it's going to atomize the black ice and just infect everybody.
Yeah, and no save. Anybody comes in contact with it is going to be infected.
So, Eleazar has a question. I don't remember if we've ever found this out. What is the Red Wizard's plan once they have this whole planet of undead? Where are they going to be? What is going to stop them from becoming Black Eyes themselves?
They don't. Oh,
They're
you mean
already
like the?
undead.
Yeah, undead's not affected by the black ice.
The living wizards will become dead red wizards, and the dead red wizards won't care.
I mean, unless there's certain
Gotcha.
circumstances, like there is a ritual that can turn an undead into a black ice undead.
A black ice lich.
It hasn't
Dum,
been
dum, dum.
performed yet. But the research, if you guys go down that path, is going to show that the black ice lich would be able to control any black ice undead by commanding them.
That would be unhandy.
Or one of us becomes a Black Ice Lich. Problem
Yeah.
solved.
Well, they already have a candidate. You have it in your research. They've already named a name that is going to be turned into a black ice lich.
They named the name of Paige Candle Flame.
Who volunteered?
Did she really?
Actually,
Or she
did.
voluntold?
She totally sacrificed herself for the good of the party.
He wanted it.
Plus, she said,
would
I'll
pick up
never, ever cast Fireball. Ever.
He's still the captain.
All right, so pretty much you guys' goal is to do a temple, try to stop the black ice by making this Krishinabon, which is an evil artifact, by the way. Well,
But
More
could it
evil
be
than
worse?
destroying all life on the world.
it depends on your perspective, right?
Once it's created, we'll just plain gate it to the 9 hells and forget about it. What could go wrong?
I don't know. I'll have to research this relic of immense power. It does say it's a relic, not necessarily an artifact, but also you guys are trying to secure Port Nanzaro and maybe even Chult, right? Protect it.
We can.
That's what your characters aren't trying to dip out, but they
I
want
don't
to
care about Chult, but Port Nanzaro, yeah.
Port Nanzaro in general. What about I guess that would be it, right? Yeah. All right. I got some ideas. I got some ideas here. So things that you're not concerned with is Dendar the Night Serpent and what Rosnissi's doing, right? You're like, let somebody else worry about that. We're gonna stop the black ice and this side of it.
I mean, I wouldn't say that we're not worried about
Well,
it.
if
It's
you
just not
guys
something we know what to
if you
deal
guys
with.
succeed, he can't stop the ritual, obviously, because you guys are going to stop the ritual. But he still could succeed in summoning Dendar the Night Serpent, which destroys the world anyways. So you may have stopped the black ice, but not saved the world.
That's
So there
some
may
other
be
17th
another.
level party's problem.
They
There
can save
may-
the cheerleader and save the world.
Yeah.
There may be another path that you guys have to go down. But stopping the ritual by turning all the black ice, nulling it out or turning it back into this artifact, sounds like a pretty good plan to me.
Well, it is a plan.
I mean, it doesn't have to be the only plan. I'm not trying
We
to
need a plan
tell
B,
everybody
plan
else
C,
what to
plan
do.
D, backup plan
I
E.
was just gonna spend my downtime
I
converting
mean,
people to Ogma.
yeah, for not being a party leader, you sure did come up with a good plan, Captain.
Good job, party leader.
I'm not the party
Moga.
leader.
Moga.
She's saying I'm not the party leader. But this is our
You
plan.
converted us all.
No, I'm kidding. It is a plan. It is the only plan that anyone came up with. So
That's not true.
for your downtime, I'm gonna give you guys a month of downtime. And I also want to give you guys a magical item. What do you guys think? A rare magical item is in order?
Won't say no to that.
Of your choosing?
Each?
Each?
Oh.
You're 17th level now. You guys should have a rare magical item that you guys have commissioned or stolen or found or taken or been given. And your duty for the next, I don't know when we're playing again, is to choose a good magical item if you don't do it before we get off the table tonight, because we're about done. But let's talk about next session. Session 0 on Saturday in 2 weeks.
Saturday?
I mean Friday in 2 weeks.
Okay.
Because Finn is running that one, and
Very nice.
he said that we can choose any race, especially, what were the ones you said we couldn't use?
That's right. No centaurs and no technological races or classes. So
Why no centaurs though? I'm just curious. Not that I want to play a
they're a
centaur.
royal pain in the ass to. You either have to hand wave the fact that they're a horse and have them climb ladders and ropes and other things,
Just
or
be a reverse horse.
you yeah, that's a minotaur. There you go. Go for it.
Yeah. Or a unicorn.
Or unicorn, yep, run over.
Definitely a dogkin.
Or they get screwed out of being able to do everything else, or the DM has to change everything. And knowing the setting where you guys are going to be, it's not a good setting for a horse.
Well, why can't you just say
No.
centaurs have hands instead of hoofs, and then it's all solved?
That's nightmare fuel right there.
Just like
They have
more.
six
I like
hands.
centaurs
Six hands.
that are like more like satyrs. They just have two. They're bipedal with horse legs.
Yes.
They
Well,
were.
There are 100 other races you can pick from, people.
I know. It's just.
I'm playing
just-
an element.
One of the
kin.
funniest
Oh,
things
nice.
I've ever witnessed was Marbania playing a centaur dropping road nugget. What do you
Road
call
apples.
them? Road
Road apples.
I was
Road
laughing
apples,
my
yeah.
ass off when he said that the first time, because I never heard of a road apple before. It was funny as hell.
What's a road apple?
Horse shit.
What horses
horse
leave
poop.
behind?
A road apple.
They're also
Somebody's
called
got to take
horse
care of all this
biscuits.
shit.
Gotta take care of all this shit. All right, so we have a new church in Port Nanzaro to the mystery. No, the Maze of Agma. It's called. The place for you to get lost in
Maze to get
knowledge.
there.
By-
Good luck finding it.
You can get
Sponsored by Ukao.
you can get lost in knowledge.
Moved.
So we're going to be throwing some really good Moga parties.
Yes.
Yeah. And you're going around with a bell. Ding, 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 ding. Come join the. I'm trying to remember. So Agma is based off of the Irish god of language.
It is.
Yeah, just Forgotten Realmsified.
Huh. I think
Loosely
it-
related to Odin.
I think there's a leprechaun working there then.
Oh. No, he's like the Celtic version of Odin.
He's
He has
Irish.
2 eyes, no ravens.
He's an Irish leprechaun that works at the
This is
temple.
just what happens when cultures interact with each other. They adopt their deities and make them their own.
So before we leave, I know you guys are still looking at, and you don't have to have them on your character sheet today, your magical items. But the reason that we're kind of fading this out mainly is when you guys get to tier 17 and 18 and 19 levels, it's hard to run a campaign and have enough stuff to, as a homebrew, without a shit ton of work, I'm finding. And I can't find any good things that are high enough level that are not a bunch of work in 5e.
Yeah.
So I think by slowing it down a little bit further and giving me more time to come up with stuff and make it a one shot here and there, I think is going to be better. And if shit don't work out and we don't come back to it, whatever. Sven's shit's fun and we're having good and all that, and we don't need to fill it in, then that's what happens. But I am going to get a one shot together, and because I got several campaigns that are kind of all flowing in the same timeline, I guess you would call it. And one thing can affect another thing. And so far, you guys could actually create, other than Waterdeep, another safe place in Port Nanzaro. Maybe a mythal?
Yes, that is
That's
a
what
goal.
I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. You
Yes.
guys are going to create a mythal over Port Nanzaro.
Mm-hmm.
Of some sorts. Maybe not a mythal, but a way to protect the port from undead. Maybe you can take it to a demi-plane, like Mesro is.
Or elevate it.
Make
Like
it
the heart
make
of
it
the heart of Ukta.
Yeah.
make Port
Floating.
Nanzaro a big ass earth moat. That would be baller. Like, we're no longer a port for water boats, bitches. Bring your flying ships.
We have a rope.
You got a ladder. Here's a rope ladder. Come on up. Bring your camels and your supplies. Have you ever tried to climb a rope ladder? It's
The net,
hard.
yeah.
Or a knotted rope.
Well, no, just the old school rope ladder that's just all
Yeah.
rope. That's freaking hard
Yeah.
to climb, man.
They are extremely hard to climb.
Especially if more than one person's doing it.
Yeah,
Yes.
especially if there's like 7 people ahead of you and 8 people behind you. I had to do it. You know how you have to do the obstacle course in boot camp?
Yeah, we had the obstacle course and the confidence course.
I
Ugh,
did the
fuck the confidence course.
I did the Fort Jackson obstacle course 5 times in my life. 5 times.
I did the Fort Benning obstacle course. It was probably just as bad.
The one I cried on the confidence course. I am not ashamed to admit it. I fucking bawled my eyes out with a drill sergeant yelling at me. It was good times.
Wait, which one's the confidence course? Like,
The one with the big fucking like V-shaped 50 feet in the air fucking sucker that you have to
Oh.
climb.
yeah. I called that the obstacle course. It wasn't.
No, the obstacle course was an entirely different thing for us.
Yeah, there's
Much
two
smaller.
courses
Yeah,
at Fort Jackson anyway.
There was we also had a leadership course I had to do too, like where
Oh, like at ALC?
like ROTC leadership course where you had to like figure like obstacles out. Like, you got this barrel and you got 4 guys and there's a rope and a ladder and you have to get over this river. How do
Yeah.
you do it? You got to figure it all out and then like
Take the fox first by itself, and then bring
Exactly.
the chicken.
exactly the same kind of thing, right? You got this case of ammo, you got 2 tires and this bar, and there's a ravine, and you have to get over the ravine. How do you do it? You're like, what? I mean, You can't touch the water. You know, there's like rules and all this shit. It was actually kind of fun, but not easy. All right, Are you guys ready? I'm gonna shut the stream down. And I'm gonna leave the table up, but we're gonna say goodnight to the stream and those that are watching. If there's anybody, is there? I don't know. But if you're watching on YouTube, we'll see you around. We don't know if we're gonna stream our one shots or not, but if we do, I'll put it in this playlist and everything afterwards. But hey, thanks for hanging out with us, everybody, and we're gonna get out of here, at least off the stream for now. So say goodnight, everybody. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
See ya, everybody.